Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Kelly Sparks, aka Red Beard. So today I have my final thoughts on this Balcones Texas Rye 100 proof pot distilled 100% rye whiskey. So this one might have oxidized for a little bit because I've been drinking up I've been going through my current stash, the stuff that's been sitting for a while, and just trying to finish it off and get it out of the way and just make room for new stuff. Save a little money in the process. So this is a 100% rye whiskey, and I've had it for almost, I bought this bottle. So this one was actually bottled on 2/28/18. So we're almost 2 years in the bottle. Aged at least 15 months in oak, obviously from Balcones. So I'm just going to give you my final thoughts on it. It's probably oxidized a little bit because it's been sitting with 1.5 ounces-ish in the bottle for probably a lot longer than what it needed, but oh well. So from what I remember from the last time I tasted this was actually probably one of the more interesting rye whiskeys I've had. On the nose, it's all like hayfield and like super dark chocolate. So on the palate, it's almost like it's that same dark chocolate malty note that you get from certain peated single malts. But on the back end on this one, it turns into like almost coffee. It's almost like it's like coffee beans, dark roasted coffee beans on the back end. And actually, I really like this one. This one I might actually one day go back and purchase another one just because of how interesting it is. I'd like to put it in a taste test versus the Tawakaro malted rye. So, me personally, I think the finish of this one tastes completely different and better than the initial contact on the palate. It's just got this super dark chocolate, like cocoa bean, coffee bean note to it that I really like. It's probably honestly, it's probably one of my favorite. Well, I don't want to say it's one of my favorite Balcones, but it's one of the more interesting Balcones to me that I've had. I think it's got more. My opinion. Again, folks, my opinion. I think it's got a better flavor profile instead of just having just one solid note than some of their other expressions. See, on that one, kind of turned really bitter. What? Hey, smell it. Bonnie does not like whiskey. So on that last sip, it kind of turned bitter on the back end. So with each sip, this one's actually changing on me. So that's why I think it's so interesting, just because every sip's going to be a little different. Yeah, it's super interesting. So if you like stepping out of your boundaries and you want something that kind of messes with your taste buds a little bit and challenges you, this would be a good one. I would definitely pick this one up if somebody's like, man, I want something new that's just off the wall and something I've never tasted before in a whiskey. This would be a perfect one. I think that's all I got on this one. I like it. I think it's super interesting. It's not the greatest thing I've ever put in my mouth, the best tasting thing, but I think it's good enough to revisit down the road and see how they've updated their processes, because I think Balcones is switching over to bigger barrels, so they're going to have different maturation times and different effects on its whiskeys. So, well, that's it. Check the description below for all the links to help out around the house. I got Tattered Beans. Order some coffee from me. Teespring. Order a t-shirt. Patreon. You can donate monthly. You can get in on giveaways. Trying to set up something for my patrons this month, for my top patrons. But I didn't have a giveaway yet, of course. I'm still waiting on the allocated whiskeys, the lottery. That should be happening here in the next week or two. So we'll probably be doing a giveaway with some of that stuff. And always check out the Bearded Idiots. They're pretty funny. You can support me over there as well. And like and subscribe. Share with your friends. Hey, this is just a cool, calm, cool, collected review. I'm not trying to impress anybody, but we're going to have fun doing it. So, like always, drink some whiskey, share with your friends and family. Be safe. Take care. Don't drink and drive. Have a good holiday. It's coming up soon. Coming up soon. Quick. Man, this year's almost done. Shit. Y'all have a good night.